Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Three of Stones. Three of Stones and creativity. We haven't seen this card in a very long time. As I was looking for it in the deck, it was like the fourth one from the bottom, so it hasn't cycled through, like all the other cards coming around and around. And what that's telling me is it's now is the time to look at collaborations. Okay, if you look at the card, the green woman has got her hand on an auric, as well as the horse, and the horse is the Knight of Stones. Okay, and that helps you get carried through on your journey. That's what he normally stands for. Nice slow moving energy. Okay, but she is also rooted to the ground. Okay, this green woman is. I'm sure she could pick up everything and move on, but this is telling me this is a well-grounded energy. It's also telling me that there's some creativity going on, some collaboration of ideas or ideals that's out there. And this all happens once you reach the shore from that transition that you made the other day, yesterday. So the Two of Stones is also down here, and now you've got the Three of Stones. So you got Vessel's energy, which is representing you, as well as the Two of Stones and the Three of Stones, Six of Arrows, all coming out of the World Tree. So this creativity that you're going to go into, the next week, or collaboration, I get the feeling that you're going to want to talk to other people, okay? Because you are coming across as very happy. That's what that ten of Vessels is out there for. And when the Ten of Vessels is out there, and you're transitioning across the water underneath that full moon, all right, you're leaving everything's behind. And when I look at this down on the table, everything's looking forward. It's not looking backwards. Okay, so this is present as well as in the future. So whatever that creative idea is, and you're going to have an extra day of thinking about it because of the Memorial Day holiday, right? You may be able to, once you get back to work, okay, talk with your colleagues, talk with your boss around these creative ideas that you have around, whatever project you're on. If this is a relationship, it could be a creative endeavor of, hey, where do we want to go on vacation this summer, right? Let's look at something that's, very creative. Possibly, going down to Texas, I'm just throwing this out there, and going on a rodeo tour or something like that, right? Or going to a ranch, doing something totally out of the ordinary. Instead of going to the beach, go mountain climbing, in Yosemite or something like that. Go on, a hiking trip, okay? So there's that creativity there. Now the collaboration is going to be, if it's going to be a vacation, it's going to be with your significant other, okay, or with the family, however you want to do it, okay. But you're transitioning into that, okay. You're not focused on the challenge. You're not focused on the woe is me with the Four of Vessels and boredom that's behind you, because once you've crossed over onto that other shore, you've left that all behind you. Okay, the World Tree is in the past, right? So this is the endeavor that you're on during this spiritual journey. Okay, and once you start meditating on the energy, and you start to get in the flow, and you listen to your inner voice, that pretty much will guide you in the direction you need to go. Okay, and when you open up yourself to the universe and you allow that creative energy to flow, you become inspired. And once you become inspired, it's like your batteries are recharging, okay? Because it's just like the energy is going to continue to flow. The thought process is going to continue to flow. The resources are going to continue to flow. And that's, the collaboration piece of it is you might be, hey, maybe it's going to be a family reunion at, a state park someplace, right? Well, you need to collaborate with everybody else to make sure that, hey, everybody's got a reservation. This is where we're all going to be. And, and then we're going to go to do this, and we're going to go do that. Okay. And during that time when you're collaborating with everybody else, you're giving out that happiness that you had here 2 days ago, okay? Because everybody else is going to be, you know, on that high energy vibration with you. And, you know, once you start putting the things into motion, all right, you know, that helps to heal, that helps to nourish, that helps to, you know, gain confidence, and, you know, you gain some wisdom and some knowledge out of that. And the spiritual relationships that you know, harvest around that time also, during this creative flow, all right, allows you to be one with the universe, okay? Because now your creativity is so out there. And even though it's an action, okay, and action is usually fire, and fire is usually, you know, the bow's energy, all right? It all works hand in hand, okay? You're grounded enough with the stone energy. You've got the emotional piece of it with the 10 of vessels coming out behind you. You got the 6 of arrows, which is mental, okay? It's air energy. The only thing that's missing down here is the fire energy, okay? But I'm pretty sure that's going to show up here in the next couple of days, somewhere down the line. And as you have that one vision with the universe, and you understand where you want to be and who you want to be with and where you want to go and how much resources and everything's just going to start clicking into place. It's almost like you're manifesting, okay, what's going on. And it all starts, you know, with being grounded, okay? It's not something that is going to happen overnight either. This is going to be nice, slow, steady energy as you're moving forward, all right? And, you know, if you want to look at the artistic piece of it, if you're, doing a poem or a painting or, cross stitch or anything like that, whatever that artist's muse is, okay, it all starts with an idea. And then it starts with, putting your hands on it and massaging it into whatever it is you want to make. A cross stitch pattern, you're using your hands to sew. If it's pottery, you're molding the clay however you want, And once you start putting that energy into it, things start coming to life. That's the physical touch of it. And stones is about physical touch, all right? Because it's grounded, all right? It's something it's tangible. You can hold on to it, right? And once you start putting that energy into it, whether it's going on that vacation or, whether it's, that piece of pottery, everything starts coming to life, right? It starts taking shape, starts moving forward. And, it enriches you. And, once you get it done, it'll enrich others. It'll be an experience you've never experienced before. And you say, hey, this is pretty cool. So that's today's card of the day, the 3 of Stones, creativity, as I gave it some thought, with that transition card. It's also going to be healing for you. Take it for what it is. I mean, you're happy now, and you're going to continue being happy here for the next couple days. So, use that happiness to heal you through, come up with some great ideas, share it with others, collaborate, and just continue moving forward on your spiritual path. So this is the 3 of Stones, creativity, out of the Wildwood Tarot deck. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and check out my stand store down below. And give me a thumbs up. And this is D for the Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everybody.